Sunday Night Football presented by one and only Colorado Media School down in Lakewood, Colorado. If you guys are interested in trying to get a career in broadcasting or even being on or even in the broadcast booth at Mile High Stadium, Empire Field at Mile High, or Coors Field, or even any other field that's in Colorado, please stop by that school and talk to Teresa and figure out what you can do. Colorado Media School, the #1 school for broadcasting in the state of Colorado.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Bronco. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it's definitely going to be a factor here this afternoon at Bronco Stadium at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And how about that
one more
defense
after
last
this
week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening
whistle.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road,
they did us so super good, except the end of our schedule with a long fucking road stretch, and we're not going to be back home until Week 16.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product
13 for 18, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Who are you playing? Probably an irrelevant team. Oh, there he is. There he is. I put him on the line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
For Week 1, that should have been rec ball. There was no flags.
A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time.
That's Ateo. Finally in Denver.
Play fake. Brissett. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt.
Second time Kareem Hunt, I guess.
15.
First one didn't count, that's why.
13 yards as they get closer for third
Holy
down.
shit, how do they get that on me already?
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Edelman set to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they'll wind up getting this one down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Shit, okay. Didn't you play last year?
1st down.
I didn't even play last year's schedule.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Isaiah McKenzie, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mateo marches in to sack him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the
punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Now, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And coming out now, the Broncos. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Going deep here for Bryant. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Out left side here to Bryant. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I know we love our jobs, D. We're pretty, excited about the big plays. Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Murray to air it out again. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think and the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Flush to his right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Running with Kamara. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This weather, I'm actually changed up everything I've been doing. I just keep on running it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Halftime.
The Colts on 3rd down.
Take it away, Coach.
0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's head off and check out a second game.
Ooh.
And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the LA Rams.
True Beast ain't there no more.
Meanwhile, in our
I had
game,
him
it's
from
been
all
a
last year.
back-and-forth first half.
Never played
Who
it.
can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Denver.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Don't expect this.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Murray now on 1st down. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dez Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push
Yeehaw,
further
former
out in
Cowboy.
front.
Yeehaw.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Hunt on the draw play. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play action now. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Shocker, this team has not had a turnover
the ball
yet.
gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what
failed
they're
to get
supposed to
that
do
one.
on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch time.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On the ground, Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. You tighten up.
On the ground, this is Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Brissett gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Colts on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This goes out right to Doyle.
Oh, he got it.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. First down, Brissett. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Brissett to throw on first. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible. Yeah,
offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one.
2 shutouts in a row.
Their defense didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, offer a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Denver, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Good luck.
Alongside Charles
Titans are actually so far looking good.
We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
You'll see you back in 1 week.